Good evening. We are now beginning a new lesson on the Hebrew alphabets. It's not the normal run of the Hebrew alphabets, but a more deeper secrets into each and every Hebrew alphabet. But today we will be doing one, maybe, or two Hebrew alphabets, starting with Aleph. All right, so we begin with Aleph. Then we have Beth. Beth has got a dagesh and without a dagesh. These two makes a lot of difference because one is sounded as B, the other as W. And Gimel also has a dagesh, but the sounds between with dagesh and without dagesh is not so different. Dalet is just the same. With dagesh and without dagesh is still the. Then we have A, then we have Waw. Here we have Zain, Chet, Tet, Yod, and Kaf. Kaf has got two. With Dagesh and without Dagesh is still slightly the same. And Lamet, Mem, Nun, Samek, Ayin, Pe, and Fe. This is different. Same like Beth, the changes are a bit different. Pe is for P and Fe is for F. Then Sadeh, then Kop, Resh, Shin, and Sin. See the movement of the two dots on top. On the right is Shin, the left is Sin. Then Tau and Tau. Both are nearly the same. So the changes, biggest changes are in Beth and Pe. Then these are the five Sopit letters. Kap Sopit, which comes from here, Kap. Kap Sopit. Then Mem Sopit comes from Mem. Then Nun Sopit comes from Nun. Then Pe Sopit comes from Pe. And Sadeh Sopit comes from Sadeh. So we have five Sopit letters. Now these are the beginning of all the letters of the Hebrew language. Now we begin with the first letter of the Hebrew language. Let us consider the letter Aleph. What secrets does it contain? The name of the letter is pronounced as Aleph and vocalized differently. It could be Aluf, meaning chief, and someone of very great importance, Aluf. The Gemara is another book of commentary, says the word Aluf means the Holy One. Blessed is he, as it is said, you are the chief or Aluf of my youth. You are the Holy One of my youth. The word Aluf as a name for the Holy One, blessed is he, is also found in Mishlei. The complainer separates the chief. According to Rashi, one of those who are in the know, and they are the founders of teaching Hebrew, this means the one who voices numerous complaints, causing strife among the Jewish people. Brings it about that the Aluf, that the Holy One, blessed is he, separates himself from his people. As we read in Devarim or Deuteronomy, and there was a king in Yeshurun, and the tribes of Israel were together. When the tribes of Israel were unified, the king of the universe dwells among them. Division and strife separate him, that is, our God, from the Jewish people. The rest of Aleph means to teach, or Aluf means to teach, and this word, I shall teach you wisdom. And these two meanings are interrelated. The Holy One, blessed is he, is called Aluf because he is the one who teaches man knowledge and wisdom. Now, knowing this letter as it stands for the Holy One, And every time we say the Holy One, the Jews say, Blessed is He, and He helps us to have a deeper significance of the word Adam. Remember the word Adam, very simply it means man. But you can see Adam has got two parts. One is the Aleph and one is the Dam. The Aleph is where God comes in, the Holy One comes in. It gives him the humanity, the human form. But the Dam, it simply means the blood. So Dam stands for blood, which symbolizes the physical aspect contributed by the father and mother. A deeper look at the word Dam reveals that it contains a hint of the father and mother who contribute to his production. The numerical value of Dam is 44, which is Dalet is 4 and Mem is 40, so making it 44. And the numerical value of Aleph is 1, which is mixed total of 45. Adam is 45. And if you look at Av, which is the father, the numerical value is 1 plus 2, 3. And Im, that's the mother, that is 1 plus 40, 41 plus 2, plus 3 plus 41, we get 44. 4 plus 40, 44. This analysis is very interesting because when Adam sinned, the letter Aleph, Dam, Aleph fled from him and Dam remained. The severe sin that Adam committed when he ate from the tree of knowledge caused Aleph, that is the Aleph, the divine presence of Hashem, to depart from him. And so you see how much secrets does this first letter, that is Aleph, contain. And observe other ways which the severe sin can be removed from the letter Aleph. So eating the forbidden fruit, again, the forbidden foods, the Torah says, do not contaminate yourself with them so that you shall not become contaminated by them. And here you can see the contamination and the contaminated both becoming there, so that eating of forbidden foods really brings us down. Of course, I am not here to talk about your food, but this is what I do. We follow, and my wife follows strictly to these laws of not eating forbidden foods. And so we have been great in health, and God has blessed us with good health, and we have not suffered from any form of major illnesses or sickness, because every year I have a thorough physical checkup by the institute, the National Heart Institute, and they gave me a beautiful report. They said, you are perfectly healthy, and praise be to God, and also to my wife's cooking. So here you see that the Torah stipulates that the one he-goat for a sin offering, the he-goat, the sin offering is katat, usually spelled with the aleph. But then suddenly the aleph disappeared, so it's katat, which is the aleph is missing. So we can see this, that the sin of illicit relations causes the letter aleph to be missing. And even when Abraham went to live in the land of Abimelech, he told the people that his wife Sarah was his sister, and Abimelech took her into his palace. Hashem, or Elohim, prevented him from touching her and appeared to him in a dream. And Hashem told him, moreover, I prevented you from sinning unto me. And that expression from sinning would ordinarily mean katatu, but in this verse we find katu with the aleph missing, because the sin of illicit relations again causes the divine presence to depart from the Jewish people. This is the big story about Aleph by itself. So now we got to go and see how Aleph is written because we want you to have the full thing about Aleph. So here I'm going to write Aleph. Have a look. So if we have two lines like that, two lines, and you want to write Aleph, you write one stroke slanting this way, then one more stroke just to the middle, and the third stroke above the last stroke, just above, and bring it down. So they are all like equal here, they're equal there, they're equal there, and there. So that it'll be very easy and very beautiful. And this is how we do a lab. So we also will want to show you another time a lab. So we bring down this way, straight, slanting, right? Then we have one just towards the lower part, and so from the higher part we go there. That is the way we write Aleph. It's very simply done. So again we do here 1, 2, 3. So we have that written. So I hope that you all take your exercise book and then you all write Aleph. So it will be much, much easier. So the teaching of Aleph is done. So we now study about the Aleph alone. See, then the sins like murder and those of idol worship and forbidden relations also cause the Shekinah to depart from the Jewish people. And the Torah, see, and the Torah states that one who kills unintentionally must go to live in a city of refuge. I think you all know that story, and must remain there until the death of the current high priest. Rashi, who is another great man in Jewish history, explains that the link between the accidental murderer and the high priest is as follows. The high priest causes the Shekinah to dwell among the Jewish people, while the murderer causes it to depart from them. Thus, we see that Adam's sin of eating from the tree of knowledge contained elements of the three sins, which are said to cause the Shekinah to depart from man. This is why the letter Aleph or represents the Aluf, the divine presence, to depart from Adam's name when he committed this sin. So the Aleph went off from Adam's name, leaving him with just a Dam. Dam is blood. Aleph is God's presence. So put together becomes mankind or man, Adam. So it is becomes so much easier. All right. Now, careful examination of this letter, Aleph, shows that it contains two diagonal letters and one yod, like this. It actually, if you want to go this way, you can have a look, right? If you want to have a look, then you begin like this, and then it goes this way. So you look carefully, and then one goes this way, another goes this way. Look at these two letters. One is a wow, this is a wow, this is a yod, and this is also a yod. Wow is 6, gematria of 6. Yod is 10, and this yod is 10, totaling 26, which is equal to God's name in total. Like Yod He, Wow He though I can't write here on the board, but yod is yod by itself, I can write 10. Then wow, I'll write different places. Wow is 6. A is 5. Then A is 5. So we have 10, 20, 26. Same, Yod He Vav He is also 26. So it's amazing, isn't it? So this is how we do the gematria calculations. Maybe in the next lesson, I'll start off with the gematria of all the letters for you so that you can easily understand all about those letters. Now we go on to more of what the sages talk about, particularly of all these numerical values of the letters. Now, the sin of illicit relations again caused the letter Aleph to be missing. When Abraham went to live in the land of Abimelech, he told the people that his wife Sarah was his sister, and Abimelech took her into his palace. Hashem prevented him from touching her and appeared to him in a dream, admonishing him for taking custody of another man's wife. Hashem told him, "Moreover, I prevented you from sinning unto me." This expression from sinning would ordinarily be written as kata'u, but this one we find kata'u without the aleph, with the aleph missing. So we see the sin of illicit relations causes the divine presence to depart from the Jewish people. So this is the story of Aleph by itself. Now we go back to doing the total letters again. Look at me and read after me. You have Aleph, Aleph, right? Here is Beth, Beth, and this is Weth. Because without the dagesh, it becomes a V. This is Gimel with the dagesh, and even without the dagesh, it's still Gimel or G. This is Daleth with a dagesh, or without the dagesh, is still D. This is A, and this is Waw. And so the row number 2, we have Zayin, Het, Tet, Yod, Kaf with a dagesh, and Kaf without the dagesh. We have a Lamet here, which stands for L. Mem here stands for M. Nun here stands for N. Samek here, which stands for S. Ayin here, no sound, no meaning, just Ayin. Then Pe, which stands for P. And without the dagesh, it's Fe, which stands for F. Then we have Sadeh. Then we have Kof. We have Resh. We have Shin and Sin. Depends on where the dagesh is, on this side or on this side. Shin and Sin. Then we have Tau and Tau. Then we have the Sopit letters, which are Kap Sopit that comes from this Kap, and when it's ending, the final letter is written Kap Sopit. Mem Sopit, which comes from Mem, when it is written, at the end become a perfect square. Then Nun Sopit, which comes from Nun, at the end it's written long, like a vowel, but it's longer than a vowel. See the vowel, you see, and it's longer than a vowel. Pe Sopit, then we find that letter Pe here, but you don't find the Sopit. The Sopit is like this. Then Sadeh Sopit, which is Sadeh here, and the Sopit letter, which is, these letters are all ending letters. That means the final letters. So the Sopit means final letter. So final Ka, final Mem, final Nun, final Pe, final Sadeh. So to begin with, for today, we just did Aleph. And so we have done all the letters, one round. and this is the second round. And so we would like to go now to say to you all, go back. If you have this book, fine. If not, you can buy in any of those bookshops like Sufes. Can buy this book. It's a book written by me also. There, this is the book written by me. The Hebrew Language of the Old Testament by Dr. Edline Abraham and Daisy. So you can buy in Sufes bookshops, either in Johor, in Penang, in Ipoh, or in KL. They are available most places. So it's a very simple book. I followed many of those authors in Israel, but I made it even simpler than what they were teaching. And this book contains a lot of material, Aleph right up to Tau, which is the last letter. Each letter carries a story, and you can see even the Aleph story. Though I did not read, you can see here. You can see it contains a lot of Aleph material. Aleph also stands for Al, God's attribute of mercy, Elohim, God's attribute of judgment, Adonai, Lord or Master, Avir, the Mighty One. Aleph is for Adam, comes Adama. And Aleph is the link between heaven and earth, as in Jacob's dream. So it's a lot of story inside here. Aleph right up to Tau. Shin, and then you have the final letter Tau. So all these are stories of all the letters. Interesting. I've done a lot of research to put them in. Then you can do the writing here, Aleph to Tau. Then you can also, if you go along with me, you'll be able to read Genesis, the first 8 verses plus the first maybe 15 verses all. And once you can read this, you can read any of the Torah books, all the Torah books, the 5 books. You can easily read them, because if you can read this, you can read them. And then you have for daily use, even you have prayers, all the prayers here, as well as you have the basic talking, everyday talking. Hello, shalom, shalom, how are you, mashlumcha, all these are here. And then we also have at the back questions in Hebrew. You see all the questioning. When you question people, how does it sound? For example, what does it cost? Go to Israel, you want to find out how much it costs. If you say kama ole, they will be very happy to deal with you. They won't cheat you, right? Then we have the body parts in Hebrew in this book, and the dictionary, complete dictionary, Aleph to Tau. Of course, not all, but enough for you to know what is from Aleph to Tau, and that's it. So, thank you very much. We would like to take leave from you and see you again next Sunday from 4 to 5. Shalom and goodbye.